What is the profit of being righteous? Chapter 14. And I answered and said, Behold, you have shown me the course of times, and that which will happen after these things. And you have told me that the retribution of that which has been spoken by you will come upon the nations. And now I know there are many who have sinned, and who have lived in happiness, and who have left the world. But there will be few nations left in those times, to which those words can be spoken which you said. For what is the advantage of this, or what evil worse than that which we have seen befall us can we expect to see? But I will continue to speak before you. What have they profited who have knowledge before you, and who did not walk in vanity like the rest of the nations, and who did not say to the dead, Give life to us, but always feared you and did not leave your ways? And behold, they have been diligent, and nevertheless you had no mercy on Zion on their account. And if there are others who did evil, Zion should have been forgiven on account of the works of those who did good works, and should not have been overwhelmed because of the works of those who acted unrighteously. O Yahuwah my Elohim, who can understand your judgment? Or who can explore the depth of your way? Or who can discern the majesty of your path? Or who can discern your incomprehensible counsel? Or who of those who are born has ever discovered the beginning and the end of your wisdom? For we all have been made like breath. For as breath ascends without human control and vanishes, so it is with the nature of men, who do not go away according to their own will, and who do not know what will happen to them in the end. For the righteous justly have good hope for the end, and go away from this habitation without fear, because they possess with you a store of good works, which is preserved in treasuries. Therefore they leave this world without fear, and are confident of the world which you have promised to them, with an expectation full of joy. But woe to those of us who have also now been treated shamefully, and who await evils at that time. But you know exactly what you have made of your servants, for we are not able to understand that which is good like you, our Creator. I shall continue to speak before your presence. O Yahuwah my Elohim, when in the beginning the world did not exist with its inhabitants, you devised and spoke by means of your word, and at the same time the works of your creation stood before you. And you said that you would make a man for this world as a guardian over your works, that it should be known that he was not created for the world, but the world for him. And now I see that the world which was made for us, behold, it remains, but we, for whom it was made, depart. Chapter 15. And Yahuwah answered and said to me, You are mighty astonished about man's departure, but your judgment about the evils which befell those who sin is incorrect. And with regard to what you say about the righteous who are taken away and the wicked ones who are happy, and with regard to what you say that man does not know your judgment, for this reason, now listen, and I shall speak to you. Pay attention, and I shall let my words be heard. It is true that man would not have understood my judgment if he had not received the law, and if he were not instructed with understanding. But now, because he trespassed, having understanding, he will be punished because he has understanding. And with regard to the righteous ones, those whom you said the world has come on their account, yes, also that which is coming is on their account. For this world is to them a struggle and an effort with much trouble, and there accordingly will come a crown with great glory. Chapter 16. And I answered and said, O Yahuwah my Elohim, behold, the present years are few and evil, and who can inherit that which is unmeasurable in this short time? Chapter 17. And Yahuwah answered and said to me, with the Most High no account is taken of much time and of few years. For what did it profit Adam, that he lived 930 years and transgressed that which he was commanded? Therefore, the multitude of time that he lived did not profit him, but it brought death and cut off the years of those who were born from him. Or what did it harm Moses that he lived only 120 years, and because he subjected himself to him who created him, he brought the law to the descendants of Jacob, and he lighted a lamp to the generation of Israel. Chapter 18. And I answered and said, he who lighted took from the light, and there are few who imitated him. But many whom he illuminated took from the darkness of Adam, and did not rejoice in the light of the lamp. Chapter 19. And he answered and said to me, therefore he appointed a covenant for them at that time, and said, behold, I appoint for you life and death. And he called heaven and earth as a witness against them. For he knew that his time was short, but that heaven and earth will stay forever. They, however, sinned and trespassed after his death, although they knew that they had the law to reprove them, and that light in which nothing could err apart from the spirits, which witnessed and me, and I judge everything that exists. You, however, should not think about this in your heart, and you should not be afflicted because of the things which have been. For now the end of times is at stake, whether it be property, happiness, or shame, and not its beginning. For when a man is happy in his youth and is treated badly in his old age, he forgets all happiness he possessed. And further, when a man is badly treated in his youth, but will be happy in the end, he does not remember his disgrace anymore. And further, listen, even if everyone had been happy continually since the day death was decreed against those who trespass, but was destroyed in the end, everything would have been in vain. Chapter 20. Therefore, behold, the days will come, and the times will hasten more than the former, and the periods will hasten more than those which are gone, and the years will pass more quickly than the present ones. Therefore, I now took away Zion to visit the world in its own time more speedily. Now, however, remember everything which I commanded you, and seal it in the interior of your mind. And then I shall show you my strong judgment and my unexplorable ways. Therefore go away and sanctify yourself for 7 days, and do not eat bread, and do not drink water, and do not speak to anybody. And after this time, come to this place, and I shall reveal myself to you, and I shall speak to you true things, and I shall command you with regard to the course of times, for they will come and will not tarry.